Hello and welcome back to Celebrate Life, Celebrate Pregnancy. This is your friend Parinita Rohra and I am going to talk about the 10th week of pregnancy today. But before that, let us quickly recap as to what was going on with the baby inside until the last week. Well, we saw that the baby's facial as well as other physical features such as the hands, the legs and the head were quite prominent, with the head quite large in proportion to the rest of the body. The other internal organs too had continued to develop, with the baby's heartbeat probably quite loud and clear on the ultrasound. Now, in the 10th week, before we talk about the baby, let's talk about you. This is a time when you may notice an extra curve on your tummy, and it may not be so prominent, and it is probably just you who has noticed it. And you must feel proud of it. Actually, we can take this sign as the good news that the baby is growing quite rapidly. Now, coming back to the baby's development. Soon, in the next 3 weeks, the body length of the baby would almost be double. If you could look at your baby's face, you would be able to see its upper lip and 2 tiny nostrils in the nose. The jaw bones would be developed and they would already contain all the future milk teeth. Tooth buds would have formed, bones would be growing, and the crowning glory, that is the hair, would start to sprout, also along with the fingernails. The baby's eyelids, as we discussed last week, would be fused shut and would remain closed until week 27. The ears would start to develop on the sides of the baby's head, and inside the head, its ear canals would be formed. And hold on, this also means that the baby would be able to hear you now, as the inner workings of the ear are complete. The baby would also be able to bend its arms at the elbows and would have distinct fingers. So the baby would have working arm joints and its cartilage and bones would be forming. Coming to the brain, the neurons or the brain cells would appear at one end of the spinal cord, and the basic divisions of the brain would be present. The heart would now be fully formed, beating 180 times a minute. Yes, it's 180 times per minute. That's about 2 to 3 times that our heart would beat. As the internal organs would continue to grow, the baby's vital organs such as the kidneys, liver, intestines and brain would also start functioning on their own. Genitals too continue to form, though they are not so prominent even now in the 10th week. And the baby is making small jerky movements which can be seen in an ultrasound scan. Yes, the baby is swallowing and kicking in there. And believe me, this is not a dream, it is actually happening. And we will continue to living this dream in our next video, where we will see the development of the baby in week 11. Given below is our email ID. Do send in your feedback and queries to us. Also do subscribe to our channel. So keep watching Celebrate Life, Celebrate Pregnancy. Also keep breathing, chilling and relaxing. Thanks for watching.